Poison on our plate. Are you shocked? Poison on our plate. We are what we eat. My dear students, parents, teachers, and all the well-wishers, welcome back to another video of awareness. Dr. Ramanjaneyulu GV, a scientist, a researcher, an executive director, chief director at Center for Sustainable Agriculture, Hyderabad Agricultural University. His very words, poison on our plates. Long ago, if you can remember, all news channels continuously giving you a breaking news, pesticide residues in your cool drinks. Big multinational company, beverages companies, the whole news channels using their loud speakers of breaking news, pesticides found in the so-called your favorite cool drinks. As it is summer, most of my students, many of adults may show interest, inclination towards these cool drinks. That's why I want to remind those 2-3 days after that, what had happened? Back to normal. We forget such short news easily. Do you think the companies mix pesticide in making the bottling of the companies? Where do you get this pesticide in that cool drink? Don't you think it is mixed with water in the groundwater? What water we drink? When that water is used in the so-called Indian company, bottling companies, are we not using the same water to drink? The same water is used for our coffee and tea. Don't you think the pesticide residue in our coffee and tea? And think of those noodles, which was again in that breaking news. They said lead is found in the noodles. The noodles, a small pack, 10 rupee pack, 20 rupee pack. Lead is so expensive. You think the companies mix this lead in the noodles? Where did this lead come from? The same atta, the flour which is used for noodle, are we not using the same flour for our chapatis, for our yummy, delicious samosas? Definitely that lead is in that samosas and chapatis which were nicely, with all the love, made by our mother at home. Where do you get these pesticides and the reminiscence of this remnants of lead, metals, heavy metals? Where do you get? From our very agricultural produce. Who is mixing all this? We ourselves, polluting our own earth, using unnecessary pesticides, insecticides to grow. When you are using 100% of the insecticide and pesticide for our agricultural produce, only 5% will kill those small insects. 95% is taken by the plants, taken by all our agricultural produce that made way into our body. All our vegetables, all our grains, all our food grains, all our oil seeds contaminated with these pesticides, insecticides That's how they entered into our genetical code inside our body. Small line of now summer, you find this black ants, a beautiful line to our delicious laddu. That to kill those black ants, you use the insecticide, you spray the DDT, you have a Lakshman Rekha. And unknowingly we touch and it goes in our body. The research studies show the human milk has the percentage of DDT so much. And the newborn infant is fed with human milk where it is contaminated with DDT. Who is responsible? Our different kinds of our own working, our wrong practices of agriculture led to our own poison in our plates. We are what we eat. The so-called eggs during this COVID-19, we buy eggs, trays and trays of eggs. We eat 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. You know, the market eggs are haploid eggs. What do you mean by haploid eggs? They're not produced because of the fertilization where male and female gametes have this fertilized egg. No, it is only a haploid because of the estrogen injection. These eggs are formed. That's why they're haploid, not diploid. And if you bring those eggs, haploid eggs, which are, bought in the market, they don't give rise to chicks after the incubation period because they are haploid. And we eat them. What happens? That estrogen is in our body. Because of that estrogen, early puberty for the girl child, very early, 4th class, 3rd class. Lot of gynec problems for women and lot of unnecessary breast formation for men, where in 2005 to 2010, 2015, many men underwent surgery because of this unnecessary estrogen in the body. You can check the studies. His own words, Dr. Ramanjanayudu, he has expressed all these things very beautifully. You can check his website too. He's the director for Center for Sustainable Agriculture. They tried many villages in Andhra Pradesh not to use pesticides, fertilizers, but made organic forms so that at least these generations can eat without these extra chemicals in the body. Many villages have come forth. When you go to the market, you buy cheap vegetables which are used by the pesticides and fertilizers. When you have to buy organic vegetable, they are so much expensive. What kind of days we are living in? We need to go back to those good old days where the farming is based on the naturality of the nature, with the same water unpolluted, not using the pesticides and insecticides, and growing very naturally. That has to be brought, and farmers they need to be encouraged in these aspects. Why there is big queue lines at the seed shops where farmers buy their seed in the subsidized seed shops? Why? When we are having our farms, we have our own seed. Why to buy from the government outlets? Why can't we have our own seeds for our next farming? That avoids these unnecessary genome changes. BT Bendi, BT brinjals, all this can be put aside. Why you go for the short methods and trouble the whole nature trouble the whole agricultural practices by these short-lived methods, which in turn a big price for the whole mankind, big price for the whole planet Earth, that we change our whole naturality of living. When we have our own seed, why to go stand in front of the seed shops? When we can grow and have our own organic fertilizers, everything is by our own methods, by our own layers of the earth, the humus of the earth. Why to buy artificially produced chemical mixed fertilizers? When we can make our own healthy vegetables, healthy grains, healthy oil seeds, there is no scope for poison on our plates. That's why we need to think of all these things. Even now it is not too late. Let us encourage ourselves, encourage our farmers to have a pesticide-free, fertilizer of chemical-free agricultural produce, which in turn our farmers will be stronger, sustainable agriculture. They can produce strong, healthy food, and we all can live naturally without any kind of other side effects because of our food. Think of this. Try to check this great man who is working hard to bring this awareness of organic farming in AP, Telangana, and all over India, so that we can live stronger and better. Be blessed. Have a nice day.